It was a cold and stormy night when Jacob, a young and timid delivery boy, set out on his last delivery for the night. He worked for a small family-owned store that specialized in exotic antiques. The delivery address was to an old mansion on the outskirts of town, and the thought of venturing into the darkness sent shivers down Jacob's spine. As he approached the mansion, he noticed its eerie silhouette against the dark sky. The rain poured down relentlessly, making it difficult to see clearly. Nevertheless, he mustered his courage and stepped onto the creaking porch. The mansion's imposing front door stood tall, adorned with grotesque carvings that seemed to stare at him. Ignoring the growing sense of unease, Jacob knocked on the door. The sound echoed through the empty halls, and for a moment he thought he heard a faint whisper in response. The door opened slowly, revealing a frail, elderly man with haunting eyes and a twisted smile. "Ah, the delivery boy. Just in time," the man said, his voice sending chills down Jacob's spine. Hesitantly, Jacob handed over the package, hoping to complete the transaction as quickly as possible. The man's gnarled hand reached out to take the parcel, and as their hands touched, Jacob felt a sudden jolt of fear surge through him. He shook it off, attributing it to his imagination running wild. The man invited Jacob inside to escape the storm, but he declined, eager to be on his way. Just as he turned to leave, a loud crash echoed through the mansion, followed by sinister laughter that seemed to come from all directions. The old man's demeanor changed in an instant, and his eyes gleamed with an unholy light. "Looks like the storm has other plans for you, my dear delivery boy. You can't leave now," the man said, his voice now filled with malice. Jacob tried to leave, but the door slammed shut, trapping him inside. Panic set in as he realized he was now trapped with this strange and malevolent man. He pleaded to be released, but the old man merely laughed, revealing his true intentions. "You see, I have been waiting for a long time to find the perfect vessel for my dark ritual. With your arrival, the stars have aligned in my favor. Your soul will be the key to unlocking unspeakable power," the man hissed. Jacob's heart pounded in terror, and he frantically searched for an escape route, but every door seemed to lead to a dead end or a twisted corridor that led him back to the same sinister room. The mansion itself seemed to be alive, playing wicked tricks on him. As the night wore on, Jacob's hope dwindled, and the mansion's malevolence consumed him. He could hear the unsettling whispers of restless spirits and see shadowy figures lurking in the corners. The old man's laughter haunted him at every turn. With each passing moment, Jacob's humanity faded, and he felt a sinister force taking hold of him. The old man's ritual was nearing completion, and Jacob's soul was about to become a conduit for unspeakable evil. However, just as all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light appeared through the storm. The old man's arrogance led him to underestimate the resilience of a terrified soul. With the last ounce of strength he could muster, Jacob broke free from the ritual circle, disrupting the dark energy gathering around him. The mansion shook with fury as the malevolent force tried to reclaim what it believed was rightfully theirs. Jacob fought through the chaos, stumbling and tripping, until he found himself outside the mansion. The rain had subsided, and dawn was breaking. Exhausted and traumatized, Jacob ran away from the haunted mansion, vowing never to return. He soon quit his job as a delivery boy, unable to shake the horrors he had experienced that night. And though he tried to convince himself that it was all a terrible nightmare, a lingering fear remained, reminding him that some nightmares are all too real.